time and time and time again, I find myself having this conversation with myself. And I think that it's appropriate because I think that a lot of people have this conversation with themselves. And it's the fact that, oh, why am I not good enough yet? Or I'm never going to be good enough yet. And especially days like this, where the weather is perfect and everything feels great. Oh my goodness, I get to thinking about it a lot. And time again, I come back to this point. And the point is to disassociate yourself with the outcome. I don't know why that's such a hard thing for me, but I want to associate myself with the outcome so bad instead of the process of doing the work and continually to want to get better. And some days I'm better about it than others. Some days I'm not. And I'm so stuck on, I'm not good yet. I'm not there yet. I'm never going to be there. And kind of useless conversations with yourself. Very, very useless conversations. The thing is, and especially with this, it's almost to not think. I know that sounds counterintuitive to not think about what you're doing, but I mean, as an engineer and as I went to school through school, is like the natural inclination to overthink is it's a big one. And with this, I wish I had a coach that could think about what he was saying and only think about those things instead of thinking about all the other good, negative and positive, all the other negative, mostly negative things that pop into my head, like, oh, that wasn't fast enough, or I'm not doing that right, or whatever. Like, and as a coach, I try to do the same thing with people. Is I just focus on one thing, at a time. Like you get so associated with how far it's going or how you're doing today or what have you, and it's just not a useful conversation with yourself. It's just not a useful conversation with yourself. So I'm working on it. I'm reading this book today, and I went on a run after this, and it was kind of saying that it doesn't matter the methods. I think that it's also so easy for us to get caught up in the methods of how we're going to do this or how we're going to do that, and that almost in a weird way. And I'm still trying to understand some of the ideas that are going on in this book. But in a weird way, you almost create negative energy for yourself when you're thinking about everything so much and how you're going to do everything and how you're going to accomplish everything. Just take one step forward every single day towards your goal. Like just get a little bit better every day. Like it's so easy to get caught up in every little detail, and that's not for us to do. I think that what we should do is have faith and keep it moving ultimately. And when things go good, be happy and like enjoy it. If things go bad, also enjoy it, because it's that thing of going through those good and bad days that end up making it work all together. All things work together. If you will, eventually they work themselves out. So, had a pretty decent day out here. Kind of got caught up in that BS towards the end here, and I don't know why I got caught up in that, because I was enjoying myself. I was having a good practice. So, but it creeps up on you, and what can you do at the end of the day? What can you do? Happens to everybody on the face of this planet. So. Glad I took some throws today. I took a pretty decent amount of throws, if I'm being completely honest with you. And most of them, I would say I marked. And that's kind of what I use as a gauge. I would have potentially marked a lot of those throws. Didn't have the distance on them that I wanted to, but I would have marked the vast majority of them. And that's kind of things like that, metrics like that, is what you should focus your energy on, not the I'm not an 80-meter thrower yet, or I haven't done this yet. I mean, that's gets to be a negative thing at the end of the day. Gets to be a negative thing. So I'm going to keep it moving on. Going to try to get some more consistent throws in here. I think I should be at the point. I've thrown this since the beginning of January, so I think I'm going to throw this for a couple more weeks, honestly, and then I'm going to pick up a different ball, kind of thinking about what ball I want to pick up. But hey, I shouldn't even be thinking about that. I should be appreciating the time I got with this ball, get a little bit better with it at one day at a time, and don't worry about every little thing. It's a lot easier said than done, but don't Can't worry about everything. It almost stresses you out, and it creates excess potential, is what this book was saying. But I would almost dumb it down as negative energy, if you can correlate those two things together. But things I got to work on, things I got to get better with. So that's just about all I got. You already know what the deal is. Run on your toes, keep your mouth closed, lock your doors, and save your throws. And most importantly, live to fight another day. I'm going to get out of here.